The thing that you have to think of is like, you signed a contract with the government. You promised that you're going to give them service. You did that. They promised that they were going to take care of you if anything happened, if you got hurt, if anything happened in relation to your service. And so you held up your end of the promise. They should hold up theirs. That's what I always say. I know sometimes too, people are hesitant to file because maybe they're already service connected and they're concerned with their ratings. It's not usually right. Most of the time it's not actually legal according to the VA's own regulations of when they try to decrease ratings. But that's also a concern that I've heard, which makes sense. But again, I just think something that you're entitled to.
In some circumstances, veterans may not be entitled to VA healthcare without getting the service connection at a certain level that will qualify them for free VA healthcare, to include certain types of healthcare. Remember, anything that you're service connected for, you do get free VA healthcare for that condition. Another thing to think about sometimes, I think, are survivors benefits.
Yes.
So maybe you're not as concerned about yourself or what's going on at this moment, but if it is something that could be a primary cause of death or a contributing cause of death, then by filing, you may be set up for your spouse to receive some type of survivor's benefits should you pass from something related to that condition. I agree with you, though. I know that veterans hear so many horror stories. Like, very rarely do we hear a story where somebody calls us or we hear from a vet and they're like, I filed a claim with the VA and it went so well.
You're right.
Like, I filed it, they approved it, and everything was great, and it took 6 months. It's not usually the way it goes. So I don't think a lot of people don't hear the positive. And from our perspective, even on cases that we have to work for quite some time, we get to see the outcomes, and the outcomes make it worth going through, the process.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like, I've heard that veterans will say it's not even the money, it's just them acknowledging that what happened to me did happen, and it was because of service.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's always very powerful to me, especially when it's coming at the end of years long appeals.
Right.
You finally get that acknowledgement. Hey, this happened.
Yeah.